Greetings everyone, Angrade here with another Age Empires 4 replay. Spawn bottom right side is the Cyan Ayyubids. We got Presidente8624. Spawn top left side is the Red or the Dragon. We got BlackStrobe. When it comes to map generation, looks like Reds would deposit spawn behind along Cyan, so that's pretty even. Deer deposit up the hill a little bit. Deer deposit in the center and a little bit up the hill. So if Cyan can lock down this region, let's see Ayyubid with maybe just some outposts. That wouldn't be half bad for him, but can be double-edged sword. Other deer deposits up here. Pumbaa is here, but Ayyubid is Islamic, so that would be haram. Down south, we do have this deer deposit next to trade post along with the Pumbaa. And small gold, small stone, gold, stone, gold. So a lot of gold here. Was there more gold down south than up north? Don't see. I suppose Cyan does have two gold deposits behind him, nice and safe. While this one's a little bit off the side, though backwards. While this one's very far back, which is so far back could be a bit more exposed, but also a bit more safe. Do now the culture ring logistics. That's interesting. This will give him two dervishes and immediate turns on their healing aura, but you can't pick up relics in Age 2. Do you have another Menwork Palace going on up? Menwork Palace is a pretty good rushing landmark, as well as not rushing. All your technologies cost 50% less, and the blacksmith technology costs 50% less, and research 50% faster. What's nice about it is early mana arms with the cheap upgrade, and then you can quickly go for some battering rams, batter down the opponent. It's a really powerful combo. Sorry, there's an archer there. Looks like they're behind some palings. I just got distracted by the statue, which is surprisingly not very golden. Usually a bit more golden. Got the not town bell there, the town gong. Oh, that's a good number of sheeple there. Right now, 15 sheeple, so pretty even. I can probably fast forward once again. Gonna move my drink to my other hand. And Cyan's almost done clicking up all the berries. Or the Dragon player is not going for any more gold. Ayyubid player is going for a decent amount of food and gold. But he has gone for the culture wing, which it does include the fast, cheaper age up option, which is no longer available now. So what if he's going for a fast castle? I'm not sure. Right now it feels like the camels there. It's nice if you want to be aggressive with them, but don't see anything aggressive, so in my opinion a little bit questionable. Maybe he's trying to prevent and heal from rushes. If you want to try to go a faster age or for a fast castle, sure, I can see this going for age 3 or the cheaper option for age 3. But I don't think that was a good age 2 option. But it looks like we're going to have a relatively fast castle. So I collect the sheeple now, though not too many sheep are there. Where's Cyan's scout? There's where most of the sheep are, 9 of them. Secondary town center for the Order of Dragons, so we'll be able to produce more villagers. And we've got now economic wing industry. Upon completion, get 900 wood and 400 stone. We'll go for another town center for that. And they'll just build 40% faster, so we can quickly get another town center, to say the least. Definitely interesting combo. I guess he went for these guys here just to make sure you get a bit of healing. Then products, nothing being deployed from there just yet. Ayyubid's course get free improved siege engineer, so the siege bolts from the Menwork Palace could be very nice. Huh, what's up with that gear there? Or is it an eye? Is that gear or an eye? And strange enough, he has not even gotten Golden Age 1. He's gone for fast castle age before even Golden Age tier 1, which gives him plus 10% gather rate. Might as well squeeze out some extra houses for it. Go to Horseman and Scout here. Once he sees age up, that should clue him in what's going on. Let's see. Order Dragon players relatively far from aging up. When it comes to village count members, well, Order Dragon's villages build slow but are 28% more effective. And the fact that the number is here means this economy is approximately 28% more effective. And since there's no economic upgrades here, nor even Golden Age Tier 1, that's simply the case. Going for a big ground stables, I'm convinced to building his life. Dervish there does get spotted. Of course, it does have automatic AoE healing, so even the Gilded Horsemen have a bit of trouble taking that out. Does take a nice volley there, and you start falling back. Scout goes down. He sees age up. Watch eye for his own age up as well. If there are camel lancers, you want to get crossbow or spearmans. In this case, there's nothing. Let's see, his last age up. Did some good stuff here. Military reinforcements and is very nice. A lot of free desert raiders. Master Smith is actually pretty nice. You get your final tier technology for free. It does save you a lot of resources. And then you get the, I have no idea, I have only ever seen Tradewing Bazaar going into Age 2. I have no idea how effective it is in Age 4. I sort of think it's like, oh yeah, these are just now permanent open options. And Tradewing Advisor is pretty good as well. Having 7 production structures have plus 2% health for their units is actually pretty nice as well. So 3 are good and 1 I have no idea. Is like Age 4 Tradewing Bazaar, is that just stuff just free? You have to be free to make it worth anything. Bolgraf Paul's not being ported field is a good landmark, especially when you think your opponent aged up quicker. Since the Regni's Cathedral, you need 4 relics to make it more valuable than the Bolgraf Palace. And since your opponent has a fast castle, your chance of your opponent has all the relics is a bit more likely. And he's claimed 2, picked up 2. Yep, Bolgraf Palace is definitely the good call. And we start seeing the Camel Lancers, the cheaper Gilded Spearmen will also be very useful. Very being cleaned on up. That'll go pretty quickly. He has a handful of farms. Camel Lancers push way forward. These villages are going to take a pretty good hit there. No textiles yet. Takes a decent amount of impalement there. Still doesn't even have a Golden Age Tier 1. Okay, at this point in time, you should just force it out. Just build a handful of housing. You're going to use the houses either way. 10% collection rate on all resources is incredibly powerful. No way of beating the fast castle time of the Ayyubids. Dervishes are also fast. True, Dervishes, of course, being a mounted one is... Oh yeah, that's fast. Same speed as heavy cavalry. And now he does have some mounted healing, and that's relic number 5. He's trying to go for Wolo. Just bring it back home. I suppose with the relic picked on up, the mass healing is even more effective. We now have the Hardened Spearman and the Military Academy Research. The Military Academy, I suppose, does combo quite nicely with the Bolgraf Pulse, but it's actually an upgrade you don't really need to go too quickly. After all, you can take this cost and... Let's see, it makes your trains 33% faster. Each barracks costs 150. By making 33% faster, 33%, so 50 resources in order to make the Military Academy worth its while, which is also already get discounted by the Minoc Palace. So take that original cost was like 350, so you need like 7 structures before it breaks even. Of course, with the Minoc Palace, you get a half cost as well, so. We got a good number of horsemen here. as well as hardened spearmen. We do have the veteran spearmen research on the way, as well as textiles. Very good. More camel lancers being summoned. Do have stone being obtained. Handful of gilded crossbowmen, good option versus the camel riders or camel lancers. And Golden Age Tier 1 somehow is now active. Somehow Golden Age Tier 1 gets activated at the 13-minute 45-second mark. It's like the slowest Golden Age Tier 1 I've ever seen. And it's even dropped up the 16 structures. Ayyubid players going for a healthy number of crossbowmen, so spearman crossbowmen still be a good option for the Order Dragon player. Ayyubid player almost has enough gold to age up, needs a lot more food though. All success obtained by science, we get a nice little net passive gold income. When it comes to village account, of course, let's just round up to 50 versus 56 times it by 28%. And that is not an easy number to calculate. Let's just add 15 and call it good. And so it's roughly 73 versus 50. So red's economy may be 50% better. 120, 50, 50. So what, 250 there versus 6, 8, so 12, 18, 2. So 2,000 versus 25, if my offhand math is incorrect. Golden Age Tier 2 is now activated, which of course gives them access to passive research speed, which is very nice. Ayyubid players also clearing up quite a bit of stone in the center of the map now. Basic protective walls there, a couple idle villagers. He has 9 idle villagers, that's not great. We do now have the shaft mining technology. Yeah, crossbowmen nice and all, but of course they don't counter anything that red's going for. But his crossbowman would be a good counter to the camel lancers. Army size 60 versus 30. Army value of 600 versus 71. I suppose camel lancers are pretty high quality, but the ×2 units, I can never guess when it comes to stuff. I mean, each one of these crossbowmen are 240 as well as camel lancers. Yeah, I don't think that armor value is correct. I think armor value does also add keeps and all that sort, which does actually cause issues when trying to calculate army size. Now they keep going on up. Outpost here. Sideman's claim all the relics. Bolgraf House is definitely the better call at this point. Sign, of course, we'll have to go through these walls. But all these forces may be able to intercept in time. And for Spear and Crossbow there. If this force heads up here, that'd be great. This unit's a little bit idle, but does get a good volley of the crossbowman. Does get some great damage there. Knocks out a good number of these camel lancers. Takes out the dervishes as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units down without taking a single point of damage. Very nice. Destroyed value 18 for 600. So he does have quite a bit of clear advantage thanks to that engagement, but the values are low enough that doesn't really matter at this moment. Right now, red does have more resources collected as well, but it's nothing too significant at this moment. Golden Age Tier 3 now complete, improving production speeds by 20%. Veteran Horseman upgrade now on the way for the Ayyubid player. Help probably deal with all the crossbowmen, but Spearmen still pose that issue. Right now, just regular archers be good against the Order of the Dragon. Yeah, regular archers is just the way to go. Spring Gulls and Mangonels wouldn't be half bad either. He is Ayyubid, so he can field deploy them no problem. Right now he does have a nice mix of archers, crossbowmen, camel lancers, horsemen, mix of everything. Does take a bit of a volley there. Here, number speed versus there. Camel Lancers getting ripped apart. All those Camel Lancers went down in instance. Good crossbowmen have pretty good attack speed. For the crossbowmen. They also have 6 tile range, just give them a little extra more range to work with. Even more range than those archers. Ghetto Spearmen push way forward. They are countered by the archers, but Ghetto Spearmen have a lot of qualityness to the amount of surface area they take. And the good crossbowman also punching away does clean up all those units. Very nice. Those Camel Lancers just got ripped apart, so he lost all of his front line. His back line was immediately under attack by everything. Yeah, didn't properly counter up his force. Went for units that got countered a little bit too much. Golden Age Tier 3 deactivated. It's been a while since I last heard that sound effect. And looks like Sign's trying to go for some farms now. Hasn't fully transitioned into them just yet. He had to clean up that deer deposit. He's gone for this one, and right now the Sign's out of food. Ooh, he had a bad food transition. He also has 0 villagers collecting any resources at the moment. That is horrible. He may have hit the town bell while then trying to do individually seek self-shelter. Now his farm's under attack. He still has 0 villagers on collecting up resources. That is horrible. Not to mention, since he's out of food, he has no villager production going, not to mention anything else. He needs to task just villagers up here at the deer deposit, whether it be escorted or not. Gonna keep back here on the wood line is nice and all. Golden Age get Tier 3 activated once again. And it looks like starting to get some villagers on the food. We do have now the Gilded Spearman Torch damage deal area effect. I have no idea how effective that is. Like, seriously, I have no idea. Does it splash one form, another form? What is actually... How large is that even radius even? Oh, we got some villagers collecting stone. The problem is stone is not the other resources. He has a pile of gold as well he can use to buy some resources as well, so he's invested too much heavy income onto gold. Ironically, I think he also invested too much in stone since he's building keeps, which are not being too useful at the moment. Red could probably, let's see, almost have gold age up, so maybe going for Castle Age or Imperial Age wouldn't be half bad. There we go, trebuchets, that's exactly what he needs right now, siege weapons. Looks like he invested a lot of gold more good, into winning the game. This Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.